Have you ever felt impatient when someone showed up late? Or noticed how the pace of life differs from one culture to another? Like we noticed in Maldives that people would start work late and retire early to enjoy the evening. In contrast, in the UK, everyone was rushing around since morning till night. Welcome to Minutes Mastery series by 3T. Today we shall decode chronamics, an indirect non-verbal communication that speaks volume without saying a word. When we train professionals on nuances of non-verbal communication, chronamics is how we use and perceive time. It's about more than just punctuality. It reflects priorities, relationships, and even power dynamics. If you have worked for multinational or in a multicultural environment, you must have noticed that in some cultures, arriving early is seen as respect. In others, arriving fashionably late is the norm. Then another observation of mine is that in offices, a senior person who keeps others waiting might be communicating authority, intentionally or not. In India, politicians and celebrities often reach late and keep people waiting, generally to show their importance. How rude is that? Now, time speaks in ways words cannot. Here are a few dimensions. First, monochronic versus polychronic cultures. Let's talk about monochronic cultures first, like the US, Germany, or Japan. They value punctuality and schedules. Time is money, and being late can imply disrespect. Polychronic cultures, like the ones in India, Mexico, or many Middle Eastern countries, they see time as flexible. Relationships often take precedence over strict schedules. Example, imagine a business meeting between a German executive and an Indian entrepreneur. Misunderstanding chronamics could lead to frustration. The former values strict timing, while latter prioritizes building rapport. A famous author, John C. Maxwell, once said, "Time management is an oxymoron. The challenge is not to manage time, but to manage ourselves." Interestingly, studies show that people who are consistently late are perceived as less competent, regardless of their actual skills. Further, in workplaces, over 70% of employees feel stressed when meetings run overtime, affecting productivity. So how can you and I use chronamics effectively? Here are a few tips. First, be mindful of cultural norms. Research before traveling or collaborating internationally. Second, adapt your approach. In fast-paced environments, prioritize efficiency, but in relational settings, invest time in connection. Third, set clear expectations, whether in personal or professional contexts. Let others know your boundaries around time. Let everyone not assume that everyone in India follows the Indian Standard Time or Indian Stretchable Time, which means be relaxed and late, no worries. To summarize, chronamics reminds us that time isn't just something we spend, it's something we communicate. Whether it's arriving on time, taking a pause to listen, or knowing when to speed up or slow down, time tells a story. So how do you use your time? Keep watching Minutes Mastery for more such interesting insights.